kind of good. Growing up, I wanted to be a model so bad. And now I feel like I'm losing my sense of identity. If you want to know who I am, you have to acknowledge where I come from. We are stewards of the land. It has been embedded in us for millennia. I'm so grateful that my mom taught me how deep and sacred the practice of hunting really is. One thing that is a teaching of my people is take care of the land and it will take care of you.
Alaska is, ground zero for the climate crisis. We are seeing so much animal die-off. We're seeing melting permafrost and warming rivers. But at the same time, just upriver from here in the Yukon Flats, Hillcorp is exploring for oil and hoping to drill. This is all the areas where we as Native people go out to hunt moose, go out to get waterfowl. It's a very fragile ecosystem. So any oil spills would affect the whole Yukon River and all the tributaries. There have been multiple generations of people fighting to protect our caribou, our culture, and way of life. Quannah is just one of the latest generation to step into that work.
Defend the sacred! Defend the sacred! Protect the Arctic! Protect the Arctic!
Me and On Edge came here to fight not only for climate protection, but also fighting for our Arctic refuge, our animals, murdered and missing Indigenous women. I'm the fourth generation of my people fighting.
Hill, up and down. Woo.
My mom and my grandma are the strongest women I know. That drive to protect and preserve, helped shape me into who I am.
We're a matriarchy, and so having strong women is nothing uncommon. Like, my mom has always just been kind of a badass. She's just tough as nails, just like tough as they come. I was like, hey, Mom, I was thinking about you so much and wondering, gosh, I wonder how many miles my mom mushed dogs in all these years, and she said, oh, no, I never mushed those dogs. I was out ahead breaking trail for the team on snowshoes. And I was like, holy crap, Mom. You have to have, this mental toughness to be breaking trail for a dog team in Alaska for 70 miles.
That's how I was raised. We used dog team to get around, fishing, hunting. That was just a part of our life. Jody picked it up. That's how we raised her, and therefore Quannah is doing it too.
My great-grandparents weren't allowed to vote. We were actually, here in Alaska, suppressed of our rights up until one generation, 2 generations ago.
Just kind of pulling it not real tight.
So I was doing a lot of get out the vote work, get out the native vote. And our ancestors went through so much for us to be here. And even though people really struggle with it and they feel like their vote doesn't matter, you have to remind yourselves that this is one way that we can get our voice, our opinions, and our values recognized.
And Alaskans are heading to the polls. Polls are open until 8 p.m. this evening. Be sure to check in later for more elections updates from our station.
It was the Biden and Trump election, and so, there's a lot at stake at that time, and that lined up with a lot of the Arctic Refuge work that I was doing.
We may have to wait in line outside even, who knows?
Well, that's why we should go.
I know, let's go.
Come on, Quannah, let's go. We'll meet you there.
Quannah? Yes. That whole election was so important because if he continued to be the president of the United States, he would have moved forward in destroying our sacred lands.
Okay, I gotta go.
Go then. Love you. I'm proud of you.
His wife, Dr. Jill Biden, coming out on a chilly night in Wilmington, Delaware.
I voted, but I got 2 stickers.
But I got 2 stickers for being good in school today. No, he's so cute. I got 2 stickers.
Because of that election work that I was doing, I got noticed by a casting director that was casting for a Calvin Klein campaign. As soon as that came out, I was contacted by several modeling agencies, and I signed with IMG soon after. Like, it's literally so surreal. I just keep thinking about when I was a little girl, when we were traveling and we were in Mongolia. And I remember being like 3 years old and sitting in front of that TV and just like watching the 24-hour fashion channel. I remember thinking like, I want to be that when I grow up. I have photos of me at the age of like 5, just like posing. Every single photo I posed. Growing up, I really struggled with my appearance, and it was really hard for me to just like even see the natural beauty in myself. I was really struggling, I was really depressed. I hated my nose, I hated my bone structure. I wanted to look like every other white girl because they were loved and desired by everybody. I got this book yesterday for my birthday. I'm 19. Like, this book, I'm actually able to see what we wore, kind of what we looked like, and I love it. This is what a Gwich'in woman looks like. When you don't see yourself represented, or you don't see someone that looks like you on the cover of a magazine, it really harms young Indigenous kids' self-esteem. I didn't think the industry was ready for Indigenous representation like me, meaning a Native woman with facial tattoos. Not only am I one of the first Indigenous models, but one of the first, if not the first Indigenous model to carry traditional tattoos and grace them on the cover of a magazine. That right there in itself has like completely shifted my mindset on how I saw myself. mom gives me tattoos, I always feel super empowered. There's a connection between a mother-daughter.
The practice of traditional tattooing has been something really important to Quannah and I. For us, it's been part of our healing journey, both as a family, but also as a people. Reclaiming our identity for something that was meant to be erased. Like, they wanted to erase our indigeneity. They wanted to erase our culture. They wanted us to assimilate. And here we are today, bringing things back from over 100 years ago. It's so powerful, and it's good medicine for us. I know this hurts.
I honestly don't really feel it anymore. The first few pokes I felt, and then after that I was like thinking about like the pain is temporary. And it's just, I think it hurts, but to me it's like with each poke it's like another poke of power, mama power. That looks good. Now it's not a dream anymore. So proud of you.
So this conversation is about the power and value of representation and what changes we have to really make to move the conversation and, dare I say, the fashion industry forward.
It was really hard for me growing up in a world where I didn't feel accepted whatsoever. I always thought that I was ugly. I would cry to my mom begging for a nose job because I have a distinct bump on my nose, because my people carried that. But now I'm able to look in a mirror and see my ancestors stare right back at me. I feel like I'm one of the first, Native American models at this level, and I feel extremely honored and blessed to be welcomed, but also it should have been a long time ago. And I feel sometimes very alone in these spaces, and we've talked about tokenizing, and whenever I walk in these spaces, I want them to know, like, please, if you're gonna work with me, work with all of me. Don't try to take anything away. Don't cover up my tattoos. Don't try to cut my hair. Don't try to dye my hair. Work with me as me.
I'm at New York Fashion Week, and it's getting quiet. The show's about to start. Quannah's gonna walk. This is the show venue. So Quannah closed the show, which is like a very big deal in the fashion industry, the show opener and the show closing. Oh my gosh, that was so, my heart is just, I can't even begin to tell you, it's my daughter's dream come true. And yes. I'm so happy for her. It's just so beautiful and amazing, and such a powerful, powerful moment. It was a beautiful show.
Today is the Met Gala, And Bo partnered with Peter Dundas to invite me. I'm getting dressed and have a whole glam team coming to my room after this. Or actually, after
this, you gotta go to
a fitting.
fitting.
I'm busy. Definitely little girl me is screaming inside right now. Screaming.
Okay, don't.
Yeah.
Mom, don't cry. Don't cry, Mom.
I'm gonna do
She's not.
this.
She's not crying. Mom, don't cry. She looks. She should be so proud.
Yeah.
Man, she looks like a queen.
She looks amazing.
Pretty.
It's pretty.
You look beautiful. Good luck.
Okay, here's my new apartment.
So beautiful. Show me what else. Is it 2 bedrooms?
Yeah, so, okay, there's still work, but obviously, like, we've done a lot. It looks so good. So this whole place is brand spanking new, like marble counters, everything. The fridge is brand spanking new. Look, watch me.
Wow.
Jeez, Mom.
Can you tell me about your advocacy work? What are some of your biggest priorities? I would just, like, there's so many questions. There's not a lot of time to give more than just a few sentence answers.
I remember reading that, like, at the Met Gala, you had felt a little isolated.
I did feel a little lonely. Being one of the only, if not one of the first, but one of the only Indigenous people in that space. It can be scary sometimes, but something that I was reminding myself of was the reason why I went, and it was because I was honored with that opportunity to represent my people, and I wanted to do it in the right way. Knowing the theme, I just wanted to be myself and celebrate my indigeneity, and that's exactly what I did.
Quannah is this rising star, you know, and she's getting to be now like somewhat of a celebrity.
I'm only 19 and still processing my generational trauma. But I want to be able to help other youth in taking those steps.
I just want to say I find it so inspiring that you have your traditional face tattoos, because I've earned mine, but I've been hesitating and going to get them. So seeing you normalize it, it's just really inspiring.
I will be introducing the queen herself, Quannah Chasinghorse.
This is like my first in-person keynote, so thank you for inviting me and welcoming me. It means a lot, truly. Masicho. My mom still, to this day, is a dog musher. She lives currently out in the village, so I just recently moved to LA, and when I go back home to Alaska, I'm fully immersed back in my culture, back in my tradition. She's out in the village, in a remote village, dog mushing, hunting, fishing, living off the land. So when I go back home, that's what I go home to.
We're best friends, huh, Annie? How life changes is just so insane. Like, literally, Quannah will be jetting off to Paris to walk the runways for Chanel and whoever else, right? And I'm in our little village of 20 people, like, running to the local washateria where we get our running water and have washing machines and facilities to watch her walk in a Gucci show. It's a really different life and world, and I, use a satellite texting device to stay in touch with, my older kids, and I'm out here mushing dogs while Quannah's, like at the Met Gala. I find my strength from being on the land. I feel closest to our ancestors when I'm out on the land. I like this peaceful, simple life, and I'm glad to see, like, my kids could come back here and be themselves and be comfortable, and they could survive on the land. Like, I made sure they had those skills. I talk to my kids a lot about, being raised in two worlds. Our Indigenous way of life and our values, but also being able to perform and, proceed in this modern world. I just see a lot in Quannah that she possesses the ability to navigate both worlds with grace and humility and strength.
It's hard to find a balance. It really, really is. Walking two worlds is hard. I've been having a lot more anxiety attacks because I'm not home anymore. I'm away from my family, and I'm mostly in this city now, and it's hard for me to reconnect. In my spirit, I felt a loss, and it was because all I thought about was missing out on everything, hunting, fishing. Everything is under threat, and if I am not gonna be able to go back home within the next few years, those things might be gone. Was it worth it? Man, because it was so hot and dry and it wasn't raining, we had thunderstorms and lightning, and the lightning started fires all over. The fire was so close, you could even see our fish camp from here, and you could see how close it got. And I remember when we came out here, we were driving by on the boat, and I just saw, like, our whole camp was surrounded in flames.
I just hope they don't burn down our outhouse. It's all right there.
I don't want to forget words in my language. I don't want to forget how to fillet a fish. I don't want to forget how to skin a caribou. I don't want to continue to make these sacrifices if I'm going to forget who I am. And my partner just told me, you can take the girl out of the village, but you can't take the village out of the girl. And he said, you'll never lose that. And he's right. I'm from the beaded moose hide in modern clothes, the smell of sage, the taste of fry bread. I'm from the trees, fiery trails, mushing, and nature walks. And the birch tree I used to climb, whose long gone limbs I remember as if they were my own. From the hunting, fishing, and berry picking trips, the potlatches and the legends our elders tell. I'm from the Hän Gwich'in, Lakota, and Navajo family.
We're gonna sing a song.
I call it the Quannah song. For me, that's what I call it, the Quannah song.
We love you. We miss you. Yes. Take these songs with you through the day, okay?
Yes.
Oh, we love you so much. Home is always here.
Yep.
You have fun in Hollywood, girlfriend.
Yeah.